What is up, guys? Welcome back. We got a special episode of the Fantasy Fellows Show for you tonight. We're doing an auction salary cap draft on ESPN. I got my good friend Matt with us tonight. Matt, how are we doing?
Oh, just peachy. How are you?
And we were supposed to do this last week. We finally got to it this week. We like salary cap drafts, auction drafts, whatever you call them. It's a way for you to get access to everybody on the board, and it's going to reward you for being a little bit sharper. So we're going to do this ESPN mock draft. It's pretty simple. I think it's 12-team, full PPR. We're starting just the regular roster on the left there that you can see. What do you like specifically about auction drafts besides just being able to get everybody, you know?
That is my main. Oh, that's very loud.
Yep, we got it.
All right. Honestly, I love my snake drafts, but I am slowly turning into an auction lover just because I can go in with any strategy, and your strategy can change at any moment. Based on like mistakes from others, and it's the more you know, the more fun you have.
And we were talking before the show. I love the fact that you can nominate dudes to be auctioned off. Like I just put Tyreek Hill up. I was working on a thumbnail for a video of players to avoid, and I got a picture of Tyreek Hill on it. I don't know where you're at with Tyreek Hill, but like it's flashing all the signs of like do not draft him. You know.
Yep, he was on my do not draft last year already, so I am definitely not drafting him this year at all.
And shout out to Aiden in the chat. I saw Aiden snuck in the lobby here, so he's going to be mocking with us in the 2-hole. Tyreek Hill going for $41. We're happy with that.
There you go.
And
he still potentially could be good this year at some point, but I'm not drafting him.
It's just I think it's too much risk for him because his risk is like he's like kicked off the Miami Dolphins and like
yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
And he's also losing his step. I think last year was pretty clear he was starting to decline a little bit. That's why they were throwing underneath to Jonnu and all these other backs. So we got Tyreek Hill off the board. Now we got Ja'Marr Chase. Aiden throws up Ja'Marr Chase here. Are you willing to pay the $67 or a little bit over for Ja'Marr?
I love Ja'Marr Chase, but I think that's too high. I think the Bengals are too unpredictable. I think they're going to be terrible again. Who knows if Zach Taylor gets fired mid-season? I don't even know what to think about the Bengals this year anymore, to be honest.
We haven't heard any news on Hendrickson in a while, which is interesting. I think he's there. I don't know if he's practicing or anything, but I know he's there. He's up to $70 here, so he's a few dollars above asking price.
I still think he'll be a fine top 5 receiver. I just, even though I'm a diehard Bengals fan, I am just very uncertain about this year. I think it could go downhill real fast again.
Well, they're running the same style of team back. And last year, it clearly was not a good recipe with a bad defense and offensive line still not all that impressive. I am excited about Chase Brown in that offense for fantasy because I think he's priced right. I think T. Higgins and probably a little bit too high, but it's so hard to be the wide receiver one back-to-back years, man.
It is. That's another reason too. It's the number one pick. Like every year is never like the number one pick. Like at the end of the
season. I don't think you want to take the de facto number. Like if I had the number one pick, I'm probably not taking Ja'Marr Chase. I'm probably taking Bijan or something with my number one pick. Bijan up to 72 bones here. Whew.
I snuck in an offer there.
Are there any? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what's your main stretch here? Just double hero RB, double hero receiver, like no RB, like any specific strat this year that you're leaning towards, or?
It's different. Like in an auction, I just want to get good prices on good players. So I'm willing to be fluid. If my team's RB heavy, it's RB heavy. But lately in like a redraft, I've been very, very wide receiver heavy, and I've been liking some of these what I view as like discounted running backs, whether it's David Montgomery, James Conner, Tony Pollard, a lot of those, 28, 29-year-old backs, but they're going to produce. And I never draft running back early. And the one year I do, I'm in 12th place and I got to wear a dress at the draft.
Oh, yeah. So, was that the only year you drafted like a running back in the first round?
I think so. And hey, we got a little Tater Owens action with us watching here. He's like, what the hell is Rachel doing? Rachel paid big money here for Bijan Robinson, $71 for Bijan Robinson. We have a guy on 19 already. Rachel, what the fuck is Rachel doing? Rachel is blowing it all. I don't know if she knows what's going on here. Are you bidding on Saquon Barkley at all? Is he a guy that you want to pay top dollar for?
I have actually been drafting him a lot in drafters. I don't know if I want to take him like in any fantasy league yet, just because of He was number 1 RB last year or number 2?
He was the number 2, but I think in a points per game basis, he was the 101. But Jahmyr Gibbs had to play one extra game, and he was able to hop him.
That's what it was. Yeah. I still like him. It's hard to repeat like that. I feel like they might regress, start passing a little more.
I mean, he's coming off a 2,000-yard season. It's got to come down.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough to repeat that. So,
so for me, redraft strategy, I love taking my top end wide receivers. I do like taking Devon Etienne here, so I might be in on some of this bidding if he's priced at $54. So if I can get him around there, but he's already up to 50. Are you in on like Miami's a weird team. I think they could be really, really good or they could be really, really bad. There's almost no in between.
I agree with that. I don't know what I think about Miami. I do like Devon Etienne, especially for his ADP. His ceiling is so high. He could finish RB1.
He could catch 90 passes.
Yeah, like the PPR ceiling is so high. And I'm just looking at the board here. Yeah, Rachel took three players already with how much budget?
Well, she's got Tyreek, Jamar, and Bijan. So
in my real life draft or auction draft that I've been doing these last few years, someone actually did that as a strategy once, and he took second. And like, because later on, if you look at the board, like way later, like you can get studs
everything's zero. Yeah.
And like, you don't really need a bench. You just need to make sure you get studs. And if you get a stud, that's $3, which was like, you get like Malik Neighbors too last year, I think, for like $9. So like, team was stacked.
I mean, if you can find a way to get 2 or 3 first-round picks on your team, that could totally work as long as they all play their full amount of games. So who are we nominating here?
Yeah, and see, this is where I like to go down to and just throw things off. Like I go down and pick like a decent player. Like
I usually nominate guys that I don't want so that I can lower the money for the other bids. Now, this is the guy I do want.
See, now this is what I do too. Like I pick like rookies and get them off the board early, especially if I can get them low, because some people are just like they're not ready to like start drafting these lower people. There's so many different strategies you can do too, which is why I like auction.
What's he priced at?
I think it was like, I don't even remember.
$1. He's priced at $1.
Yep. See, like you can get studs like way later, which is the Rachel strat where like you get 3 studs right away isn't the worst strategy.
Yeah, this is probably a good strategy here. I just threw a little $5 bid on Ibuka, so we'll see if I get him. Looks like I got him.
Yeah. But yeah, your strategy too of like nominating players you don't want, so he's just off the board is also a good way to go about it too.
Yeah, and especially if they're high priced, because then it just makes bidding on other players. Jahmyr Gibbs is probably going to go for $70 here. I do want Jahmyr Gibbs as much as possible, but man, I talked about some of the running backs that I like to grab. I mean, I think
if David Montgomery goes down, Jahmyr is unanimous number 1 without question, probably.
The scary part is he could be number 1 even if Montgomery stays healthy.
True. But I'm worried about the lines regressing a little bit.
Well, I think it's guaranteed they're going to regress a little bit, whether they're 11-6 or whatever. But it's going to be very hard for them to be the same team with just all the moving pieces.
Yep. I just think that will reflect on every player, though. Amon-Ra St. Brown, running backs, just everybody.
I've been kind of avoiding Amon-Ra.
I have too.
I take my Gibbs, my Monty, and then I do like Jameson Williams at the right time.
He's got a good ADP.
For me, where Amon-Ra's going, I feel so much better about Brian Thomas, Nico, even Drake London down here. I like a lot of those guys right behind him.
I do too. I really like Drake London this year, actually, with Penix.
London could be an absolute monster. He could lead the league in targets this season. So what did CD just go there for?
I just took him for $59.
$59. Okay, so for me, I don't really see the difference between CD and Jamar Chase.
Yep.
CD and Justin Jefferson, and you got him at a discount. So that's a good little splurge.
I always try to get one guy who can finish as top 1, position.
Yeah. All right. Are you in on Christian McCaffrey, or is he, even if he fell to a point, like, is there any way you click on him?
If the price is right, yeah. If he falls to like late 2nd or 3rd round, like in drafters, I've been taking him all the time.
Okay, late 2nd, I would do it, but it's just especially in a redraft league, he goes end of round 1, like he's like a top 10 ranked player.
Yeah, I wouldn't take him in the 1st round. Although I just started another slow superflex, he went 6 overall. I'm like, okay.
I
I don't
will.
know if
I
there's
will
new
admit,
news out of camp where he's like amazing, and
he
I don't
looks
know.
good. He looks really good. They just have nobody left. It's Kittle and McCaffrey. That's pretty much
Oh,
it
that's
right
right.
now.
Yeah, Juwan Jennings is hurt and contract, and
They just said
yeah,
Brandon Ayuk will be lucky if he's back by week 6.
I did hear that today. Yep. So
So
yeah, it's
that's
just
pretty
Kittle
tough.
and CMC.
And then, I mean, you have the Rams here with, I don't know if you've been keeping tabs on Matthew Stafford, but he's been
Yep, he's hurt.
not able to practice.
I'm all off the Rams right now. I do not want Jimmy G throwing my
And
balls.
it sucks because I absolutely love Puka Nacua, but I can't draft him in this tier of receivers.
I agree.
So we're gonna nominate.
Go someone deep.
I was gonna go Brock Bowers just because he's the number one tight end, and I
yeah.
usually don't go for Brock Bowers. So someone's gonna bid about $40.
Oh yeah. I took a lot of Brock Bowers early on in drafters. Not as
I'll
much
tell you
receiver.
what. In our Jesse and I, when we do our mock drafts, we give you a lot of Brock Bowers in the round 2-3 turn.
I haven't clicked on him in a long time, to be honest.
Oh wow, he's running here up to 50.
I'm very nervous for the Raiders this year. Actually, I know Brock will still get his work.
All right, I feel good about that. Looks
Did
like
you get him?
Aiden got him.
Oh,
No, James. This James guy just bought Puka and Brock. So I feel good about that. Brock Bowers over a little bit of asking price. Only a couple people left with $200. Where are you at on Malik Neighbors there?
I've been taking him a little more. I think the Giants could be sneaky good this year. Malik definitely has top 5 finish potential, so it's like I'm all in on Malik Neighbors.
As in good for fantasy or like winning games?
Good for fantasy.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yep.
I think there's enough there for them to be competitive offensively. I just, I get nervous about he's missing practice right now, and they're not really saying why. And I know he's been dealing with a toe injury, so I'm kind of iffy on Malik Neighbors right now. But Jalen Hurts going to go for about $26 here. It looks like. We do a lot of super flex drafts, and I think everyone's got Jalen as a top 5 QB, but I don't really draft him a lot when I'm doing my 1 QB stuff.
I don't either. Yep. I don't know what to make of the Eagles either. Like, is he going to keep getting all those push touchdowns?
Yes, as long as he's out there, he's going to get his 12 touchdowns on the year.
I feel like there's got to be like 1 year where they just have like a bad year. I
but
don't know.
for me, like AJ Brown's already missing camp. Devonta Smith missed time. Saquon Barkley is going to rush for less than 2,000 yards. You have offensive linemen getting hurt now for the Eagles. It does look like they're going to be swimming uphill a little bit here. I mean, what if this team loses AJ Brown for a month stretch? That's a tough thing to recover for them.
Yep.
I think they're very, very fragile. And honestly, I don't know if you need to draft an Eagle this year.
Draft who?
Any Eagle.
Oh, any Eagle. I've only been drafting Saquon Barkley, to be honest. Nobody else. No Jalen Hurts. Maybe Dallas Goedert if I'm like tight end desperate.
Yeah, I think Goddard's fine as your tight end too.
Got Drake London up right now.
Yeah, I do want Drake London here. He's priced at 47. He's already up to the asking price here. People are going nuts for Drake London.
Give me that boy. Drake London.
$50.
I've never been all in on Drake London like till this year. Is this year 3 or 4 for him? 4?
I think it's year 4.
Yeah.
$63, $53. You gonna do it?
Yep.
I think this is year 4.
I think it's year 4.
Yeah, he's entering year 4. Last year was his first 1,000-yard season, 100 catches, 9 touchdowns. His numbers are a little bit skewed because he did score 43 fantasy points or 40 points at the end of the year, week 18. Right. So it's a little skewed, but I do think he's got top 5 potential.
Yeah.
Did you get him?
Yep.
$53. So you got CeeDee Lamb and Drake London. So you got a first-round pick and a second-round pick.
Yep.
All right. I want Brian Thomas Jr. I'm going to see if I can snag him. He is screaming up, right? Everyone is just tapping bid. Gotta let this run out a little bit here.
You all in on the Jags this year? You big on them?
I was all in on them last year.
So that's why I'm like, maybe you won't be this year. Who knows?
I was in on them being good for fantasy last year, not like a good team or anything.
Right.
But I do think this year that they could be a good team. And hey, we got Brian Thomas Jr. for $53. I feel pretty good about that. But I think the AFC South is pretty much up for grabs, man. I'm not impressed by any team.
Neither am I. I'm all off the Colts, if you can imagine that.
But if you squint, you could see a scenario where the Colts win the AFC South. If Jonathan Taylor's running hot and Anthony Richardson's healthy for most of the year and they're just running touchdowns in, like,
yep. That division is so bad. I can see it still.
I don't think there's any way that Joe Mixon stays healthy. And if he's not healthy, like, the Texans have no way to run the football. Their offensive line's one of the worst in the league. They're going to have no run game. That's kind of why I like Nico Collins a lot, because I just think he's just going to be the offense.
Yeah, he's going to
be the offense. And people are kind of sleeping on him, I think, because last year he did miss some time, but when he was out there, man, he was a special player. And I think if you look back at some of his numbers last year.
Oh, it's my turn to nominate here. One sec.
I mean, he averages 17 points per game in full PPR.
All right, here we go. How about this one?
Oh, so this guy has been killing me. TreVeyon Henderson. I hate TreVeyon Henderson because
why?
Because I want to draft him, but everyone else is drafting him way too high for me to justify it.
Yep.
But I did a data study today on the Patriots running backs from about 2012 to 2021. That's because Josh McDaniels was the OC there. He was part of the offensive system.
Oh, and
his RB1 averaged 74 targets per season.
Oh.
So, I mean, that immediately puts you in the RB2 territory.
Yeah, that is intriguing.
And on top of that, he is probably a better runner than Ramondre Stevenson. I think Ramondre is going to get a lot of the dirty work and a lot of the inside work. So he's still going to probably lead the team in carries. But if you're giving Henderson, I don't know, 8 carries a game, he'll get you 40 yards there. But then on top of that, he's going to get his 3-4 catches per game and probably be in that 12. He's kind of what we want Jalen Warren to be, right?
Yes, exactly.
But he's explosive as shit.
Yeah. Can he be a 3-down back, though? That is the question. Because didn't he get injured in college a couple times? Like, that's the only question, really. Like, he's a stud.
I think so. I don't think you need him to be a 3-down back, though, for him to pay off. We got Josh Jacobs on the board here. Just when I did my numbers, man, and I gave him his 70 targets in the Patriots offense, which is a little bit below what they're saying a Josh McDaniels RB1 gets. And I have him getting, I don't know, about 40% of the rushing attempts there. So he came out as a top 20 running back in my projections. So
yeah, I think he can be sneaky good this year. I think the Patriots might be sneaky good this year too. There's a lot of bad teams that can be like 7-10 this year.
But Matt, do we want to pay 5th round prices for a pass catching back? We're paying 5th round prices for electric James White.
I think he's more than that.
The high end is Alvin Kamara, but he's probably not Alvin Kamara yet.
Yeah, I can see that in a year or two. I don't know. He just looks so good. I'm blanking on his name right now, but he reminds me more of that. How am I forgetting his name? The Saints player.
Not Kamara? Rashid Shaheed?
Before Kamara, a long time ago. Man.
Oh, Pierre Thomas? Darren Sproles?
Oh, no, running back.
Pierre Thomas, Darren Sproles, Reggie Bush?
Reggie Bush.
Okay.
He's got like that spark like in his run, in my opinion. Like, because I watched a lot of his, college tape on YouTube for Dynasty, and I'm like, I really like Henderson.
I think there's a little element of Chris Johnson and Jamal Charles there. I don't know if he's that good, but I think if everything aligned and the running back room cleared out and he could be the guy next year, if you're going to give him all those touches, like he could be the guy.
Yeah.
So we got Nico Collins here. He's about at asking price right now. I'm in on Nico, man. I do like Nico quite a bit.
What was his injury again last year? Was it ACL?
Nico?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was like a shoulder or something. My turn to nominate a player. Who do we not want to draft? Let's see what Terry McLaurin goes for.
Ooh, good one. Oh, I was thinking of Stephon Diggs. That was ACL.
Yeah, Diggs tore his ACL. Nico had a hamstring injury last year.
Okay, that's what it was. My bad.
So we got Terry McLaurin nominated here.
Is there any new news with him?
He's at camp, which I think is good news, but he's not doing anything.
You enjoying this auction, Kyle?
I am enjoying this auction. It's a fun change of pace. We got Brian Thomas and Igbuka, so I'm 2 for 2 right now. Matt, you got CeeDee Lamb and Drake London, so we're gonna be duking it out for some running backs soon. So let's talk about the Commanders' offense, man, because that's an offense that I can't quite figure out. I'm kind of not super excited about Jaden Daniels this year. I think there is some regression coming in. Yeah, he's going to run the ball and all that stuff, but I really just don't love his cast of weapons around him. I don't think they improve them all that much. You add in a 30-year-old Deebo Samuel. Zach Ertz is another year older. Terry McLaurin, I think, ran hot on touchdowns last year, and the running back room is just not very exciting. I think it's pretty easy to see the Commanders take a step back this year.
I can see the Commanders and the team taking a step back. I still think Jaden Daniels is the truth, though. I've seen some stuff on Instagram. I know I follow way different channels than you do, but like he preps with like VR, like when he's not at practice, and that's like unheard of. And I don't know. I really like dual threat. He really reminds me of just Lamar, and he could be the next Lamar, but a better thrower too. So year 2, you could have the sophomore slump, but I'm betting that he doesn't.
So I think it's more of a worry about everything around him, and then just the fact that rookie year went so well that it almost has to come down.
Regress, kind of like PJ Stroud, right?
For me, I have a thing where I don't like drafting guys at like kind of their ceiling. Like if you miss on Jaden Daniels and you get him as the QB4 and he ends up as QB 7, 8, 9, like it's a miss, you know. True. There's not a lot of room for error there. We got Chase Brown up for grabs here. Are you buying Chase Brown this year? Do you think he's going to be a guy?
I wasn't until recently, but I just feel like any piece of the Bengals offense will be good. So I have been recently. I don't know about Chase Brown yet, because it took him like 3 years to get this good. And it's just because we're trying to score points and we're always behind. I don't know.
I think he's a little Austin Eckler-y, like where he could just be a PPR monster.
He could be. I think he's just a tad too high for my ADP. I don't know.
I worry a little bit about Samaje Perine being back and taking some third down and some blocking roles and some things like that. But I still think Chase Brown's going to get his, and maybe he's not like a top 10 running back, but he's going to be right at that spot if he stays healthy. He's going to be right there just based on volume.
Remember how you just said like you drafting somebody at their ceiling? I feel like that is Chase Brown's ceiling, though. I don't know if he can go higher.
He's kind of right at that spot, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Like there's some guys behind him that I am excited about, but I do feel like his floor is also very, very exciting, because his floor is still a top 15 running back, but whether it's, Bucky Irving, what's his upside? Is he a top 5 potential running back this year? He's being drafted like RB8 or something.
Yep. He could be. You looked so good last year.
I am excited about Bucky, but for me, man, I just like you got James Conner, David Montgomery down here. These guys are $7 running backs.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna load up on a bunch of cheap running backs here. Devontae Adams, man. You mentioned not being in on the Rams.
I'm all off of people who are 32 or older. Sorry, I can't do it.
My guy Tater Owens, we got the Hank ranks. I don't know if you've ever seen Hank ranks before.
I have not.
No. Okay. So every year for maybe the last, I don't know, handful of years, in August, we get a handwritten list of notes on rankings from Jake Phillips, and they're just the Hank ranks. And he got Devontae up there at 11. I don't know if we need an update on that, but he was buying Devontae.
Interesting.
At this point, I'm pretty nervous about the Rams, but
Devontae was amazing last year, though. I mean, I had him, but he was like the only player on the Jets, and Aaron just had the rapport. So
I don't think Devontae's lost a step yet. I think he's got at least one more pretty good year. But if Stafford stays healthy, Puka and Devontae are both going to be good picks.
Yep. Let me nominate here 1 sec.
The odds are that Stafford's not playing 16, 17 games. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Okay, so I really do like Jordan Love this year. I think the offense is going to swing back a little bit more towards passing touchdowns. And, I mean, Jacobs was just the offense by default last year because of the injuries and Malik Willis playing some games. But now we got a thumb ligament issue on his left hand. So nobody. You're getting
get him for $1. Let's go. I will take that, dude. See, this is where that Rachel strategy can work out. Like, you can get studs for $3 or less.
Yeah, I want to get a couple more of these guys that I don't really draft out of the way. I think T. Higgins is pretty overpriced, man.
I do too. He's like a round too high.
I'm like the biggest T. Higgins guy. Okay,
I am too. Yeah,
I've had T. Higgins every year since he was out of the league, and
I'm glad I have him in Dynasty.
he's gonna miss games. Here comes the Bucky. I think Bucky's gonna go over $40. I do like he's Bucky here on this list. He's the last of like the top 10 running backs, so he might be kind of fun to see what happens here.
Yeah. If the Bucks repeat like last year, Bucky could be so good again, especially with Chris Godwin, the uncertainty.
Where are you at?
Is Mike Evans ever gonna fall off a cliff? Like, isn't he 31, 32?
Where are you at with Tampa Bay? I'm pretty nervous about Tampa Bay. I think they could be a team that really.
I think they're due for regression, but I still think they'll be just as good, just right around that fringe playoff spot. I've been drafting a lot of Emeka Egbuka. I do like him.
I just got outbid here. I increased Bucky by $1, and I'm glad I didn't get it, but. I'm nervous about Tampa Bay. They're going to miss their left tackle, Tristan Wirfs, to start the year. You got Mike Evans, who they asked him, like, how many more years you got? And he looks at them like this might be his last year. So I'm nervous about Mike Evans. I'm nervous. Chris Godwin might not be ready till October. Right. That's why I like Ibuka so much. I think I'm going to say like, you remember last year, I had you and John on the show. And I said Jackson Smith-Njigba is going to lead the Seahawks in all the numbers.
Yep.
You're
saying that this year?
That's Ibuka this year. I think Ibuka leads the team in receptions, maybe yards, and probably not. I think Mike Evans can still lead the team in touchdowns, but I think Ibuka has everything that you want from a PPR standpoint.
And from what we've heard in camp and everything, he's
unstoppable.
The hype is real. Yeah, I can see that happen.
James Cook, man, I don't know what to think about James Cook. He scored too many touchdowns last year. I think they like Ray Davis, which I read today. Ray Davis was talking to the media, and he has lost a lot of weight, so he doesn't want to be viewed as like your
goal line back,
your pounder guy. He thinks he can do it all. So I am curious to see what he can do. I got Joe Burrow for $1 here.
Joe Burrow.
I am excited about Joe Burrow. I wish, and I mean, he's a few years removed from his injuries where he started to run the ball last year, which was nice.
Yep.
But I think at this point, spending $20 on a quarterback, probably not for me.
Top 5 quarterback, though.
It is, but Joe Burrow, for him to be QB1 on the year, he's got to throw 45 touchdowns.
True, but they might. Their defense only got worse.
No, I mean, I'd rather pay that price for Jaden Daniels, who has that rushing upside. I don't know.
True. Fantasy, yeah. It's so different for fantasy.
And that's why I can't draft a guy like Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford. I really struggle to draft those guys who just offer no upside at the running.
So I'm finally coming around to your guys' argument last year, like raising the passing touchdown to 5 points.
If Drake's listening, he's going to love that.
Or going back to 6 even, because, I'm like, like Matt Stafford is just so bad compared to Justin Fields. Matt Stafford is the way better quarterback.
I think you can convince me for 6-point passing touchdowns, like in a 1 QB league, but a super flex, I think it might change the dynamic a little too much, where you're adding 50 to 60 points to their totals.
Right.
So I get a little nervous there. Omarion Hampton's up for bid.
You all in after the injury?
$5 running back. I think I mean, I'd like him to be cheaper than 25. So right now, if this is going to hold, I'll tap bid here. I do think he's going to be pretty exciting.
Who was the lineman that went down?
It was Rashawn Slater, but they're going to move their right tackle over to left tackle, and they have a competent backup that can play right tackle, I believe.
Right.
But I'm pretty bullish on the Chargers in general. I think they're going to be a good team. And we'll see here if me and Aiden are going back and forth here on Omarion Hampton. So if you want him, you got to pay $1 more, Aiden. $24. You can have him at 25. You can have him at 25 if you want. But I might have all right, we got him.
I'm all in on the Chargers too, but that injury really makes me a little nervous now, especially the Keenan Allen signing too, for fantasy-wise.
The one thing that I think I'm okay with for the Chargers is it's just going to make the ball come out faster for Justin Herbert. He's going to have to dump it off more. So like a guy like Hampton, sure, there's probably a little bit of efficiency lost in just the ability for the Chargers to run the ball, but they were never going to be a great running team anyway, right?
Weren't they a great running team last year?
They wanted to, but they had Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins, you know?
But I thought, didn't J.K. have a really good start to the season? Like, they were a good running team for a while.
He came out hot. I think they were. That's what they wanted their identity to be. But I think they learned that we got Justin Herbert here. Like, we have to run to set up the pass. And I think they eventually did that as the year went on.
Yeah.
I know Najee's not a good running back. Like, I know he's not a good running back. So that's why if I didn't get Hampton here, I'd probably be all in on Ladd McConkey. But McConkey's getting a little bit of a fall right now with Keenan Allen back. Are you nervous about Keenan Allen, Ladd McConkey?
I'm just so nervous that they're going to force feed Keenan Allen, even though he's not that good anymore. I watched him on the Bears like every snap last year, and Keenan Allen was still getting open, but he just was not as good as he was before.
Keenan Allen, I think you got to think about Keenan Allen as a glorified tight end. He's the Mike Gesicki of the Chargers, you know. That's one way to think about him, where he's just like this big presence off the line of scrimmage in the tight end slot spot.
Although one counterpoint, his injury bug struck again. You know, that has always been a problem with him in his career, and that was really frustrating last year too.
I think if you draft Keenan Allen, you're going to have a really good September. You're going to have a lot of fun, you know.
1 month,
and then we'll see. But I do think Keenan Allen could be a little bit of a hindrance to Ladd McConkey. And then basically Keenan Allen just makes me lose all the steam for Quentin Johnston and Trey Harris and anybody else there.
I know. I'm really bullish on Trey Harris. He looked really good in college. I think he's going to be what people want QJ to be.
I haven't seen much excitement out of Chargers camp for him.
For Trey Harris?
Yeah, the last couple of weeks, I haven't seen a lot coming out on Trey Harris.
I'm up here 1 sec. Who should we go?
Big Mike. Now we're at the juicy spot of the draft where it's like you can poke holes in everybody. Joe Mixon for $1. Oh, okay. This is one of my guys.
Oh yeah. Gotta get my tight end here. Oh, gonna make me overbid.
I mean, I'd probably pay like $8 for Mark. He's priced at 4.
4, which actually seems reasonable.
Honestly, after the big 2, McBride and Bowers, they're kind of all the same, and it's just going to be, do I get lucky with touchdowns?
Yeah. I still think Mark Andrews is, for his ADP, he's still pretty good.
I think he's the most underrated tight end on the board. And he's probably the number 1 tight end that I've drafted this summer so far.
Yeah. You know how we went over that Cowboy stat where it was like every other year, it's like up, down, up, down? Like if you look at Mark Andrews too, it's like kind of the same. It's like every 2 to 3 years, you'll have like a really down year, and then he comes right back.
I mean, everybody wrote him off as dead after Thursday Night Football week 1 last year. Everyone was like, he can't run, he can't do this. And it took him a month to get going, but after that, he was a top 5 tight end.
Yeah. It was like 6 weeks or so, but yeah.
Where are you at with Chuba Hubbard here? Carolina Panthers, are we a little excited for Carolina this year?
I'm not. I'm still not a Bryce Young believer at all. But I do like Tet. That's the only player I've been drafting. I've been drafting Chuba if he falls, but that's about it.
I'm a little nervous about Chuba. I think he's a little overpriced right now. I think he's the 1A in a committee. I think people are pricing him as he is the lead back.
Rico Dowdle was not bad last year in Dallas. Like, he was capable.
Rico was amazing. He ran for 1,000 yards last year. He's
no bum.
I'll tell you what, Chuba is not a good passing down back. He cannot beat Rico in the passing game, and that's what we saw in the first preseason game. Actually, they mixed Rico Dowdle a lot in with Chuba on the first drive or two. We finally got a running back here that I like. I don't want to pay $21 for James Conner.
I don't either. That's too high for me.
But I do think when Conner healthy, Conner good. Like,
for sure.
Yeah, it's as simple as that.
And his ADP is always so low.
I'm not going to pay the $20-some here for him because I think I could use that money elsewhere. What do I got? How do I see my money? I got $118. All right. We got to start spending some money.
Yeah, Breece Hall's 20. What do you think of Breece Hall this year?
Man, I think the Jets, they really showed their hand. And they've been saying it all summer and offseason long that they're going to use all their backs. They like Braylon Allen. They like Isaiah Davis. We're talking about a team that it's kind of like the Lions philosophy where they're going to just mix everybody in and do everybody's strength. I think Breece Hall's undraftable for where he's being priced right now.
Really? Okay. Is it? I have to remember. Is it contract year for Breece this year or no?
It is, and they're not going to pay him, and he's pretty frustrated with that.
Yeah. So I feel like that might motivate him to just break out because wasn't his rookie year just studly?
His rookie year was amazing, and then he tore his ACL, I think, week 5 or 6 or something, and then he comes back the next year, and he just catches a bajillion passes, and he won people fantasy leagues.
That's what it was. Yep.
And I don't know if he's ever going to be quite the same back that he was his rookie year, but he was very, very good. It just doesn't seem like he wants to be there anymore. It doesn't seem like they want him to be there. He's a peacock. You got to let him fly, and they're not going to let him fly.
I'll have to watch that movie now.
Yeah.
I feel like his ceiling is still there. Like he can still hit it, and at that ADP, I'm willing to take that risk.
So for me, I think you're buying an RB2 profile with Breece Hall. I feel safer with David Montgomery and Tony Pollard in my RB2 spot every week. They are the goal line backs. Well, so I don't know if the reason why I keep saying Tony Pollard, Tajay Spears has a high ankle sprain, so he's going to be out for a good month.
I saw that.
And you have a rookie quarterback, man. You have a team that, they're going to run the ball with Tony Pollard and they're going to throw to Calvin Ridley. I think it's a pretty simple process for what Tennessee, they have 2 guys to get the ball to, and then if anybody else can get open, that's going to be nice. But Tony Pollard was good last year, a full year removed from his injury. And I look at some of the numbers and the willingness for him to take on a ton of volume. You can just leave that in as your RB2 every week and feel pretty good about it.
I feel like, I don't know about Tony Pollard because I just don't know. I feel like Tajay, end of the year strong. I know he's going to be out a month now, but I feel like it's going to be 50-50 almost.
I don't know if about 50-50, probably more like 60-40, where Tajay is still going to be a passing down factor, and he might even be 2-minute drill kind of thing. But I do think Tony Pollard, he's going to be the primary ball carrier. He's still going to catch passes, and he's probably the goal line back. So that's a pretty safe bet that he's going to be worth a running back 2 on your roster.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I just got Breece Hall under too. I'll take that.
You got Breece under $17. Okay, $17. I think I can be okay with. Because I do have Breece Hall as my RB 18 or something like that. I think he's right in that spot. I don't think there's 3 running backs on the Jets. There's 4 with Justin Fields. So this team just wants to run the shit out of the ball. But I'm nervous though because they took Breece Hall off in passing situations the other night for Isaiah Davis.
Interesting.
So I did not.
What's the research with the RBs for in Chicago when Fields was the quarterback? Are they anybody top 20 at all any year?
There might have been a Montgomery year in there. There might have been a year.
It's true. I forgot about him playing.
I don't think Swift was there yet, but there might have been a Monty year, which was good. And then I think there was one year where they had nothing left. I do think Swift is probably he's kind of like a Tony Pollard, where you're going to feel good about him just on your team. He's going to score points. He's not going to wow you, but he's going to get points in bunches every now and then.
I'm entire Bears offense is D&D for me.
I gotta write that down.
Yeah.
So when we mock, but I mean, just looking at like DeAndre Swift's profile, it is pretty murky.
Who's the backup that's playing well in camp right now? Like the 7th round pick?
Yeah, from Rutgers. His name's Kyle Mongai.
Yeah, he looked good the other day.
He might have hopped Roschon Johnson, which is a guy I'm monitoring. To me, I don't want to pay for DeAndre Swift here. I'd rather evaluate it and see if Monangai or Roschon Johnson are heavily involved week 1 and then make that waiver wire claim when it comes time,
Right.
But man, the running backs are all under $10 now.
This is where it gets good.
I'm kind of in on DK Metcalf. I don't know about you. I just think he's really the only guy to throw the ball to in town.
I have been drafting DK Metcalf a lot, actually. I still think he'll be fine for 1 more year.
We're talking $9 right now. $10. Damn you, Aiden. Stop it. Don't do that. He's doing it. Okay, fine. Pay $1 more if you want him, Aiden. Yeah, do it again. 1 more. All right, now we're just getting out of hand here.
Much budget you got left? 118?
No, I was just juicing the price because if I didn't bid, Aiden would have got him for like $12, which is that's a good deal for DK. I do think DK is going to be DK. He's going to have those 6-point games. He's going to have those 24-point games. It's going to be frustrating. But I do think by the end of the year, DK will probably have his 10 touchdowns. He'll probably have 1,000 yards. Like he'll get there by the end of the year, but it's just not going to be fun to own every week,
Yeah, I just got your boy Tony Pollard here, getting rid of guys.
Yeah, we'll see what he's going to do. I think $7 is a pretty good price for a guy that I think could be a starting running back 2 for me. So I'm gonna tap it here and see if anybody wants to mess with me. If I get him $1 under asking price, I'm a happy guy. And let's go.
Do you have any teams that are do not draft? Like I think the Saints are like the only other team that's do not draft like at all.
Well, I don't, because everyone's got a price where they become attractive at some point, right?
True.
So for me, it's more of situations that I'm trying to avoid, like Jaguars running back.
Yep.
Like I'm out.
I just know I always tried not to draft bottom 5 teams in the league. Like when the Jets were super terrible, years ago. You just don't want anybody on a bad team. Unless they're like one stud.
So I got one for you. Would you rather, you have to leave this guy in your flex all year long. Who would you rather it be? Chris Olave or Rashid Shaheed?
Oh man, neither, but I would go Chris Olave because of higher ceiling.
Higher ceiling? I think that's Rashid Shaheed, man.
He's came off of ACL this year.
Yeah.
And he's a burner. Don't burners lose speed after ACL tears?
That's not what they're saying. That's not what they're saying in camp right now. I just got Zay Flowers.
Go ahead.
I just bought Zay Flowers here for $8. Good buy or bad buy?
Zay Flowers for $8? Not sure on that one actually. Ravens are going to be good. How did he do last year? What was his top finish? Top 25?
He was like RB20. He was 25. So I'm getting a wide receiver 3. I'm getting one of technically our wide receiver 25 is the best flex receiver. So at this point,
that's a good buy because he could always get better and his ceiling could be higher.
So one of the best things about auction drafts is, they're so fun to pay for these top end guys, but it gets to a point where everybody becomes super like cheap and you run out of money and just so many things happen. So I'm just going to continue to nibble on some of these like $8 and $9 guys because I have $100 left.
Yeah, you got a lot of money left. Cortland,
even if to me, I view Zay as like my first bench receiver. I don't want to put him in my starting lineup necessarily week 1, but he's a good guy that, if I need to start him, I can feel good about it.
Yep.
I guess. So I was working on a list of, players and situations to avoid. And I think Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are avoids for me.
I don't know about Mike Evans. Maybe he's 31, 32 now this year. God, that's
he's going for $9. So that's a good price for Big Mike.
Yeah. He was priced at 20 and I just got him for 8.
Yeah. That's a good price there. So that one I do feel like that one. Obviously, I'm not going to avoid. Let's nominate a player here, a controversial figure, little Travis Hunter. Now you haven't seemed to be in on the Jags this year. I'm curious what your thoughts are on Mr. Do It All.
Do not want a two-way player who's going to be tired. No, thank you.
Did you see the Devontae Adams quote on him?
No. What do you say?
I mean, he just said that it's very, very difficult to play
one way.
To play one way well, and now we're talking about so for me,
it's very difficult to be a backup and play special teams well, and not fumble kickoffs. Like it's gonna be so hard.
So
I'm excited to see it happen though. Like you never know.
I do like him because I think he is the number 2 receiver on the Jags, but we're talking double the injury risk. And what is the value of the Jags wide receiver too? I'm not sure on that. So that to me, it's just that's just why I like Brian Thomas Jr. Because what I like to do is I like to look at a team and so for you here, the Panthers, you're like Tet McMillan, yes. Like
I just like Tet.
I want to circle the one guy from each team and kind of go from there. So that's technically how I do it. I'm gonna make you pay a little bit more here.
Hey.
He's $8. How bad do you want him? How bad do you want Tet McMillan?
We're going on my bench now, so
if you want him, you can have him.
Nah, you can have him now.
$8 is too much. You wanted him under asking. All right, so cool. For me, I got 4 receivers now that I feel pretty interchangeable about. And now you got Calvin Ridley up for bid. I do think I'm interested in Calvin Ridley.
I wasn't at first, but he's growing on me now, especially after this camp news of how he's like catching everything and they got a little rapport going.
Dude, he's the only game in town. And I don't think people understand how much of an upgrade it is from Will Levis to Cam Ward.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge upgrade. And he still had good numbers last year with Will Levis.
He just went for $5. I should have grabbed him. I shouldn't have let Tony Pollard cloud my mind.
Jalen Waddle?
I'm kind of in on Jalen Waddle just because I'm nervous about Tyreek. Just Waddle is always freaking hurt, man. Always. Yep.
I feel like there's got to be a year where he just finally gets back to where he was. So I'm hoping that's this year. But yeah, I think Tyreek's going to fall off the cliff this year. You suck. Are we the only 2 still in here? Just
I got $96 left. We got one guy with 135. So I feel like I did the right thing and I kind of waited. I only have one true stud on my team, but I'm going to have a lot of good middling players.
Yep.
So I'm kind of taking my swings here, but I think there might be one more receiver that I want left. So we'll see if we bid after him. Aiden says he's broke. He's asking for a loan out here. He blew his load. Let me look at Aiden's team. He's got Josh Allen. He paid up for Travion Henderson and Chase Brown. Receivers are Terry, Marvin, DK, and Worthy. You got Kittle, Kamara. This looks like a good team so far. You're gonna have to fill out the bench with a bunch of $1 and $2 bids, but I think he did a good job paying up.
I love his team actually. Like, this is my first auction mock this year. Like, and I do auctions live for my auction league, and auction league live with 12 other guys. That's
a different thing. Yeah,
it's so fun.
It's like,
but anyway, yeah, you like forget what's going on sometimes, and but like I have too much money left right now. Like the running backs left are $7 running backs. I don't even have an RB2 yet, so like I should have bid way more early.
Yeah. Or I guess at this point, I have $88 left. I feel good about that price. I'm going to be able to get the players that I want. But I got a handful of bench spots left here, so I need to start paying a little aggressively for some guys that I like.
Yeah, but
that's what's cool about auction. Like we're at the point here where all these guys are like 6th round picks and up. So it's like if you have a really good feeling about them, it's okay to pay up for some guys, especially if you have the extra cash. So like Jerry Jeudy here is going to go for $2. Like that's a good deal for Jerry Jeudy, but do you really, 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 really want Jerry Jeudy?
I do not. So that's another reason why I like auction. Like you really have to know who you want and like who do you really think is going to finish top 5, top 10? Because like ADPs can be skewed.
Yeah. Don't do it.
Like in no way or form do I want Jerry Jeudy even at that price. I need to go running back actually. Running back.
I knew it. I knew it.
Well, he was the top guy. I had to do it.
All righty. Here's my $12 running back.
We're gonna go drop $30 on a RB2 here between me and you.
That's what's fun. Sometimes you get to that point where everyone starts bidding on a guy and he's like 4x his value.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get David Montgomery here. We'll see how much you make me bid for him.
As I'm winning. Oh, there we go. You can click right away.
Yeah, I like to wait. I like to wait.
You like to wait, build up the suspense a little bit. See if I misclick or see if you misclick.
See how good my internet is.
Yeah, your internet dies at 1 second. All right, how bullish are you on Monty?
At this point, I have $88. I don't really care about paying above the asking price here. I'm buying a starting running back in my offense, and he's at $14 for me to offer $14 here. He's going to average 14 points a game, which isn't going to make me not shy away here. So for me, I could let you get him here for $15, and then you're kind of done. So like
I still got
if I want, I think you do, but your buying power just decreased by 33%.
But I mean, I got all my starters set now, so I don't know. Do you have all your starters set? How many more starters do you need?
I need a quarterback and a tight end yet, and those are the two positions that I don't pay for because I just think there's a ton of them.
Yep.
Ooh, okay, $18. $18, baby. I still have $70 left, so now the tables are kind of even. Do you have a tight end yet?
I do. Yep, I got Mark Andrews for $5.
You got Mark Andrews. So TJ Hawkinson's the prize here at this point, but honestly, I don't really care who my tight end is at this point. I didn't get one. The rest of my roster is pretty beefy. I suppose Kelsey did Hawkinson just go?
How many are on auto right now? 1, 2, 3, 4.
How did I miss Hawkinson?
Oh, he was just up there right now for $3.
I didn't see that. I would have grabbed him for $3.
I think Rachel got him.
And Aiden's saying Kittle for 20 wasn't the move. So for me, this is just what I do, man. I devalue tight end because after the top 2 or 3 guys, you're fishing for touchdowns. You're fishing for touchdowns and catches. And that's a really easy position, I think, for me to cover and just get my 10 points when I need them. And we probably got a lot of QBs left here. Bo Nix, Kyler. There's a lot of guys that I still like here as my QB. So I might end up grabbing 2 of those guys with this roster. I do want to get George Pickens on this team yet. He's the last receiver that I really like. And there we go. Matt Behm's in on George Pickens.
You already know I'm all in on the Cowboys this year.
All right, let's get this up.
If anything happens to CD, man, George Pickens, it'll be so good.
Oh, you're up to $9.
I gotta save my money for running back. It is tempting.
So the difference here is you bought a second stud with Drake London, and me not spending that money has allowed me to win the last couple auction bids here.
True.
But now we're pretty even. But we need different positions. I need QB and tight end now. I'm kind of done at receiver. I got Brian Thomas, Zay Flowers, Tep McMillan, Jalen Waddle, Emeka Ibuka, and George Pickens. I think that's a pretty good group.
Yeah, you got a solid bench. Any guy could turn into a top 15 receiver halfway through the season.
Yeah, I really don't have any clear starter besides Brian Thomas. Everybody else is kind of interchangeable. Let's get the running back Aaron Jones off the board here for $1.
Think he's gonna be a good this year?
I think he's going to be efficient. Yeah, I think he's still a good guy. At this point, though, the Vikings have realized that they have to treat him like the Packers treated him, and they have to make sure they have another guy to lighten the load. Because if he
gets hurt,
and he misses a month or 2 months or something, that's just no good. So they know what they're doing. They paid good money for for Jordan Mason to be there. Jordan Mason's going to be annoying if you have Aaron Jones, but I still think Aaron Jones is, he's when we're buying these Travion Hendersons and these Jalen Warrens to be RB2s, like that is what Aaron Jones already is.
Yeah.
So as you can have a plan for Aaron Jones, you just need one or two competent backups behind him on your depth chart. I do worry about not being the goal line back though.
Yeah, my heart wants me to draft Aaron Jones just because of everything he's done. But it's like, is this the year? Because he's getting up there in age too, and this might be the year where he just falls off too.
Yeah, and I don't know. I wouldn't say that we saw any signs of him slowing down last year yet, so that might be the year where we start to see that this season. But I think the Vikings are still going to be good offense. I think it's still.
I do too, actually.
Swing at this price. It's. I'm open to him being. What, he went for $4, $3 Aaron Jones. I paid $18 for Montgomery.
How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about that? Yeah, we it was a bit. I overpaid for the bit.
Yeah, Travis Kelce. Is he gonna come back this year or no?
I mean, at $2, I'm gonna fucking find out.
I was kind of all off Travis Kelce, but I do remember he had a terrible year like 6 years ago once, and we're like, oh, this is the year he's done. But then he bounced back the following year.
He caught 3 touchdowns last year. He's catching more than 3. I don't really care about the other numbers. Like, I just won Travis Kelce for $2.
Hell yeah!
Like,
he's still gonna be a top 5 tight end. He's just not gonna be the number 1 stud like he used to be.
Yeah, but I don't have any problems leaving him in my lineup for $2. So
same.
I feel good about that. But at this point, there's really no more like. Is Devonta Smith the starting wide receiver 3 flex? Maybe. Olave, Odunze, Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs. These are all question marks here. I do think you probably feel good about Devonta as your flex.
I do, yeah.
But for me, we're talking. We don't know what we're getting from the Bears offense with Odunze. Jacoby Myers is an older slot. Olave, concussions. Cooper Kupp, old. Diggs, old. Golden.
I like Golden.
It took me a while, but I'm finally there, dude.
Yeah.
Golden is wide receiver 1.
Finally saw some highlights.
It wasn't even the highlights. I think at this point, Jaden Reed's in a boot. Romeo Doubs today got taken out, and he had to leave the practice holding his lower back. Christian Watson's going to be on the PUP list. Dontavian Wicks is whatever.
Yep.
Golden's the only guy that's going to be available at this point. So
when people used to say like we had all wide receiver 2s and 3s, like they weren't kidding. Like we don't have any real ones. Like, and I think he could be a really good one in a year or two. Like he's got the traits.
I see him leading the team in receptions this year. I just grabbed Isaiah Pacheco. I don't know how you feel about that, but I'm willing to take a chance for $5.
I don't know. I feel like he's limited in PPR. I don't know if I would take him in PPR. Standard, I'd take him. Because he doesn't really catch passes at all, does he? It's just pure running.
So I was pretty all in on him last year. And when he opened the year, man, he caught 2 passes, 5 passes. He was.
Oh, he was. Okay.
He was the guy.
Oh, it was the injury. That's right. Yeah.
It was the injury, and by that point, he was behind, and Kareem Hunt was kind of in a groove, and he just could never get back to himself. But by all means, it sounds like he is the clear number 1 right now. So I for me, my RB4, I think I could do worse, and I feel pretty good about Pacheco in the RB4 slot.
What about Etienne? You don't want any Jags back at all, do you?
The only one I want is Bashal Tutin, just from the unknown mystery box of it all. I think he might be their best all-around running back on the roster. I think Etienne could easily be traded. He's also in a contract year. I know Tank Bigsby's a good runner, but he's just he's a short down and yardage kind of pounder. I don't think I'm going to be upset that I don't have a Jags running back on my team at any point this season. And maybe it's Tutin with my last pick, but you have to have patience for that. You have to probably wait a month for that to materialize even.
Right.
And even then, that might not even be enough time. So
since for me, his ADP is just so low, and he's only 2 seasons removed from a top 3 finish. It's like
for $1, I'm not gonna yell at you. Like,
yeah.
At this point,
was it 2 years ago he finished 3rd?
He was a top 5 back. I mean, I had him as a top 10 back last year in my rankings. So
he was like a 3rd round pick last year, and I just think his ADP is like a little too low. You'll still get points.
So I mean, I have him as the Jags passing down back. I have them running the ball with more carries for Bigsby, but I still have Etienne being involved enough where to me it's like I would feel fine with Etienne as like one of the third or fourth running back on my team.
Right.
But I just there's a lot of bodies there. I don't know how it's going to go. So for me, where Etienne goes, I feel a little bit better about just grabbing a couple other guys.
Right.
Olave for $2 is stupid.
Yeah, so now we're down to like all these ones. There's some of them are 0. You can just get them for 0. Zach Charbonnet, Tyler Algier. Did you want to finish this off, or do you just want to like review everyone's team from right now? Because it might be a while before it finishes. Because I mean, you can kind of.
I'm up to nominate a guy here, so I'm just going to nominate one of the top players.
Yeah.
Well, you might be bidding on this guy, so we'll see how it goes. A little Matthew Golden here.
Oh yeah, Gib. $5? Is that what it was? Kurt? Oh, you suck. You would do that. Oh, man.
At this point, he's my last bench player, and I just need a QB. So I probably don't need Matthew Golden. I do really, really like him, but I just made you pay $29 for him. So.
Oh, damn. I typed in 46. I don't know why I didn't go up to 46.
Because you probably couldn't bid that high. I don't think it.
Oh, you're right.
I don't think it allows you to bid all that much.
You're right, yeah.
But let's look at your team here with your $29 Matthew Golden. You have a lot of bench pieces to fill out here. But you got Jordan Love. Are you going to want another quarterback too there?
I would eventually, yeah.
Okay. So you need another quarterback too with Jordan Love. Your running backs are Brees, Aaron Jones, Travis Etienne. Your receivers are Lamb, London, Evans, and Matthew Golden. So this is your core of your team, and Mark Andrews at tight end. So I do feel pretty good about your starting lineup. There's no holes on this team, which looks pretty good. We just got to find you got 5 more bench bullets here. So at this point, I think your starting lineup looks pretty good. We just got to cover our bases for the bench.
If I had to redo it, I would probably go more towards that Rachel's strategy of getting just 3 or 4 slots for $40-$50 each and just collecting these 0s and 2s. Because look at these $2. You can get Jalen Warren for $3.
Yeah.
You can get some of these guys. Trey Benson for 0.
I want to look at Aiden. Bo Nix is up for grabs here, but our other guy in the chat here, Aiden, we kind of reviewed his team earlier. He's been able to add Jerry Jeudy for $2 and Bashal Tootin here. So he's just going to fill out his bench with a bunch of 1s and 2s. I am a little worried that I did not spend enough money early. I have $50 left, and now I can easily win whatever bid I want, which is nice. But I am lacking studs. I have Brian Thomas Jr., but I do think between Ibuka, Flowers, McMillan, Waddle, Pickens, I do think I have some hidden studs within that group. My depth is pretty good, though. I have 5 really good running backs that I feel good about being at least a running back 2. I have 6 receivers that I feel really good about being at least a top 25 receiver. So I am deep, but I wonder if I've kind of stretched myself a little too thin, and I don't have top end talent to compete with some of the other starting lineups.
Yeah, can't start them all. Best ball would be amazing.
Yeah, but if this was best ball, I'd be pretty happy with everything. But at this point, I just need a quarterback in one more flex spot here. If there's one quarterback here on the list, Matt, who do you want to leave in your spot all year long?
On like from who's left on this list still, or
yeah.
I'll tell you, I'm all out on Caleb. Justin Herbert intrigues me just because he's still like a top 8 QB. Like I don't know why his ADP is so low. Justin Fields though is really growing on me because just looking back at his old stats, running QB, he can win you leagues. He can win you just out of nowhere. I'd probably go Justin Fields, to be honest, for fantasy.
So for me, I think at this point, we're in a 1 QB league. Look at all these names that are available.
Yep, so many.
If Justin Fields doesn't work out for me, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Like I just got Jalen Warren here for $2.
I know. I think we're so I don't know the right word, but not tainted, but or just we have like lens on for super flex that like it just
Yeah.
influences our decision.
I mean, there's
We could have
really
waited
not
a lot longer in QB.
there's really not a difference between these QBs here. I think JJ McCarthy excites me because we just don't know how much he's going to run. I do think he's going to be a solid quarterback. I don't know if he's top 12 material yet, but we just saw Sam Darnold finish as a top 10 QB in this offense last year. So
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are kind of sleeping on him. He's a really fun super flex option this year. And I still have Trevor Lawrence as one of my top QBs. I know you probably don't like Trevor Lawrence, but
I do.
It took a little while, but from weeks about 4 to 9, if you squint and you look at these numbers, 19, 23, 15, 17, 21, 14, I think that's probably where we're going to be with Trevor Lawrence most of this season. And that, he's throwing 2 touchdowns. He's running the ball and getting rushing touchdowns. He's starting to I think be a guy that could potentially be a top 10 QB again. So I'm still willing to bet on Trevor Lawrence being a top 12 sleeper quarterback.
This is definitely a make it or break a year for him because it's been 3 years since his good year.
But the thing is though, like, why do I buy Trevor Lawrence when Justin Herbert's already who I want him to be?
Exactly.
These are the numbers, these are the rushing numbers, the passing numbers. We know he's a good quarterback. So for me, like I think Dak Prescott is still
top
best value on the board.
Yeah.
And he was not very good last year, but I think George Pickens is a big deal. I think he's a huge deal for this.
When they had Amari Cooper and was it CD and who else? Who was the tight end?
They had Michael Gallup, Dalton Schultz,
Amari Cooper. They were so good.
To me, Dak is my QB 7.
Wow. I mean, I can see that because like 2 years ago he was top 3.
He was top 3. He was in the MVP race.
Exactly. Yeah. Like
after Mahomes, I think it's anybody goes really.
Yeah. And like you said earlier in the year, like they could have a terrible defense. They could be in shootouts all year. Like I can see it. I'm all in on the Cowboys.
He offers just enough in the rushing to not make me unexcited. Like he's got a lot of games where he doesn't run the ball, but he'll get a touchdown. He'll have a couple games every now and then where he's scooting.
Yeah.
He's mobile enough. But at this point, this thing is cooked. You're just going to be bidding on a bunch of $1 boys here. Brian Robinson snuck that one in there on me.
Yeah, I just did for $3. Yeah.
Man, if I could add another $48 player to my team, I'd be feeling a lot better.
Yeah.
Or at least a $40 player.
Yeah. Who else was going for like $40? I wonder if we can look quick. Does it say prices?
I mean, Derrick Henry for $45. Josh Allen went for 36, which I would totally take Josh Allen on my team right now.
T. Higgins for 30.
Jonathan Taylor, 38.
AJ Brown, 36. Would you do that? JSN only went for 25.
That's a good price.
That's like almost the same ADP as Drake London on Drafters, eh?
Oh, I gotta nominate somebody here.
Justin Sherbert.
Nobody's gonna bid.
Yeah, no,
we're pretty much in auto land here.
I think it's just us. Aiden.
Can I bid $40 on Kyle Pitts? I could open up. Can you open up the bidding on a player at a certain price, or is it $1?
I think you can. I don't remember how though.
Well, I can only draft defense and kickers now, so Aiden would have to do it.
I think there's a little box you can type in to like start it out at.
Yeah, I really like my team. I think my team's going to be super deep, and I'm going to have all the answers I want throughout the year. I just don't know if I have the top end score. But a lot of people are going to miss on their picks. If they miss on a pick on their starting lineup and they don't have the bench to do it, I know I'm going to have bench pieces to move up. So I don't hate my strategy. I wish if you would have put Josh Allen on my team here, I think I'd be feeling pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Or Lamar, even one of the two.
So yeah, this one QB was throwing me off too because like mine is Superflex, so it's the exact same as our league. Like we literally just copied it over.
Yeah.
And plus you have a defense, but like Superflex prices is like Joe Burrow and Lamar like $60 plus, and it's the prices are very different.
We need ESPN to start opening up Superflex lobbies to mock.
Yeah.
That would be one of the coolest things that could happen here.
Yeah, we do need that.
So what do you need here? You need a few more bench. You got three more bench guys. Who's left that you really, really want to look at for your bench?
My RBs are not that good, so I'm just like looking for handcuffs right now, or just anybody else who could start. So I guess like Javonte Williams, I could probably take him actually. What do you think about Cam Scatterboo?
I think he's basically looking at a redshirt year.
Okay.
He had a hamstring injury a couple weeks back. They rushed him back. He hurt it again. He's going to miss all of August. He's not going to get any preseason work. He's, you can draft him in redraft, but he's a guy that's going to take some time to see what we really have with him, which is usually not what I like to do. I like to look for a guy that, week 1, week 2, I have an answer on.
Yeah.
So I struggle to click him. I think he could be a good best ball option for you. He's going to continue to fall right now. But for me, I don't really want to burn last year I wasted a bunch of picks because I hoarded Blake Corum and Trey Benson and all these guys that just never materialized. So I'm, instead of looking for a guy that I have to wait for, I'd rather draft your Jordan Mason or an Austin Eckler type that I know is going to be on the offense every week.
Right.
And can contribute right away. And if there is an injury, then he just moves up the board.
I really thought Trey Benson was going to take over halfway through the year last year. So, I mean, I don't blame you there. But maybe this year.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better about not waiting anymore for players. So a lot of people like to take handcuffs. I really don't like to take handcuffs. I'd rather take, like Javonte Williams there for $2. That's a hell of a deal. He's the starting Cowboys running back, and I think he's going to lead the team in touches.
Yeah. Look at these other players here. Michael Pittman, $1. Jaden Reed, $1.
Jaden Reed for $1. Yeah, everyone just blew their money too fast, and now we can't accurately bid on these guys here. So yeah, I wish I had enough money to. I wish I had money to spend before when I was kind of playing possum. Because yeah, I would totally take a Lamar Jackson for $27 right now.
Oh yeah. Well, this is why we mock though. You gotta like practice and get this out of the way so you don't make it in your live drafts. So this is good. I'm definitely gonna be a little more aggressive in my draft.
Yeah. You almost have to like work from the bottom up. You got to look at your bench and say, who do I want on my bench this year? Circle those guys as like, these are my $1 and $2 and $3 bids.
Yeah.
And then you almost have to like just take a pencil out, piece of paper, and kind of fill in. You could probably just mock yourself and just write out a bunch of teams with different numbers next to their prices.
So that's what I do for my actual live auction draft. I never did it for my bench though. I only did it for my starters.
Yeah, try it for your. I mean, if you're seeing Jaden Reed for $1 and Ramondre for $2 and Javonte for $2, like allocate maybe like $40 for your bench and see what kind of names you think you could fill out with, because then it just makes it more clear that I can spend on these guys up top early.
Right. I do think live drafts are a lot more different though, but that's funny too. Last year, actually, during my live draft,
am I glitching here?
Oh, you're lagging a little bit now. Yep. Can you hear me? Oh yeah, you're frozen my screen. Anyway, I was gonna say for last year at my live draft, if anybody's even still watching, live drafts are so much more fun, and you can tell if people watch the same YouTube content as you do or Instagram, because we both had the same sleepers. Everyone's bidding on sleepers that are like $3 and they go up to like 12. I think you're back. Can you hear me? Screen is moving on mine. Ooh, Ricky Pearsall for $1. I will actually take that because of all the injuries here right now. I see you moving, Kyle. Can you hear me? Oh, it looks like we lost them. All right. All right, now we're to the defenses. I don't even I'm in all my leagues have no defense. I have one league that has a defense, so I don't know anything about defense right now. Is Steelers D actually supposed to be that good this year? Didn't they trade their cornerback? Can't remember who got traded. I know someone got traded.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, cannot see you. I can hear you loud and clear though. We're finally to the defenses. Steelers was up first. Are they really that good? Juan Jennings. Juan Jennings is interesting. I just don't like the contract dispute right now. And I think he's injured. But he did have that 46 bomb of a game last year. I don't know. It's too risky for me. I don't like Juan Jennings this year.
Sorry for the
Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman is very tempting for me this year. Hello.
All right, I'm back for now. Thank you for holding down the fort. You like Keon Coleman?
So I didn't, but it's coming around to me because I do follow a lot of Instagram accounts, and it's like year 2 is the year receivers break out. The potential's there.
I think he's a good guy to put on your bench and see what happens. And he's kind of like one of those guys that, oh my god. Okay, I think did we glitch?
I can still hear you. Your video is glitching though, but I can still hear you.
Oh my goodness.
You look like N64 graphics right now, but I still hear you.
This is painful.
We can just end it. It's all good. We got the meat and potatoes of the draft done. I don't even know who to pick for defense or kicker right now because I don't have any leagues that have them. I have one league that does a defense and 0 leagues with kickers. Looks like we lost him again. And this is an ad to not buy AT&T. I think he has AT&T internet, and he's wired in. Although his city did experience flooding this last week, so maybe that has something to do with it. Jaden Reed up for $1. Oh man. I can't even offer because I have my whole bench filled. Oh, that's lame. All right, we gotta go defense here. The rest of the defenses are 0. That's crazy. I'm gonna go Broncos. Gotta do it. Looks like we lost Kyle completely here. I wonder if the stream's even still going, to be honest. I only see comments if like he actually pulls them up. Otherwise, I only see the camera of us two in his studio. I guess I could actually go to his YouTube channel quick. Oh, we are still alive. Hell yeah. Interesting. Josh Downs. Tyjae Spears. Man, this is. I've done so much drafters this year. Like all these guys are like round, I don't even know, 8 to 12, and for all these guys going for 0 on ESPN, that's kind of crazy to me. Is anybody even still here? Let's see here. Aiden. Everyone else is on auto, I think. Just me, you, and Aiden. And we finally to kickers. Man, I can't even name like every kicker anymore. That's how long it's been since I've played in a league with kickers. Keenan Allen. I'm really bummed that Keenan Allen got signed to the Chargers. I thought Ladd McConkey was going to be top 5 wide receiver this year. I'm very concerned now. He'll still be top 10, top 20, but Keenan Allen's got a good rapport with Justin Herbert. Played together for how many years before he left? 3, 4 years already? Definitely going to dip into his numbers quite a bit, I think. Chase McLaughlin, Tampa Bay kicker. I wonder, can we see 2024 stats from last year? I don't know. Oh, it's top there, yep. 162 points, wow. I will take him. See if Kyle's messaging me. Nothing. His internet must be dead. Hey, Aiden's up. Curious to see who you take here. Darnell Mooney. Is your team not fully filled out yet? Oh no, you still got 2 bench spots. That's crazy. See budget. $4. Honestly, $4 is all you need, actually. If you're on the 0 or 1, you can still get good players for your last couple bench spots. Jaden Higgins, $1. And yeah, my team's actually completely full. I can't even bid on anything else anymore. I'll give Kyle another minute or two to see if he gets back in here. Kyle says the internet's fine. It might be a computer problem. That's interesting. Hopefully he gets that figured out. But my team is done. I wonder if he wants me to keep chatting or not. Oh, there he is. He's back. Did your power go out?
No, dude, I have no idea. This is an old. I'm running on a 2015.
Oh man.
Here, I do need a new one. It's weird though, because like everything else was working, but I just couldn't get StreamYard to come up. So I want to thank you for watching and putting up with Matt Behm at the end here. Hopefully everyone learned a thing or two. Matt, we'll hang out off air, but I'm just gonna end the stream.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.